parts! Woohoo! Fucking finally, new parts. Piston head, rings, and seal kit. Very keen to put these in and get sorted. Get it fucking done. Fuck yes. Some rings. There's the head. Ooh, shiny. Nice. And there's the seal kit. Yeah, awesome. Okay, sweet. Let's get to it. I'll move the engine in place and we can start chucking this back together. So with your piston head, oil catcher, your scraper, and then your compression ring. Oil one is the tiny little shim with the zigzag do between him. Shim either side. The scraper is the carbide one that goes in the middle, and the metal one goes on top as the sealer. I think you're supposed to put the zigzag guy in first because he has little tabs that the two metal shims sit onto. I got too ahead of myself and decided to put this one in first, so that's wrong. And yeah, just put oil on everything. There's no point not. Oil on everything helps you assemble it, and it will burn off in 2 seconds, so what's the difference? Okay, one little dude in. Second little dude in. Try not to stretch these too much or force them too hard when you put them on there because they will break. They're not very durable. Too much pressure exerted outwards into this snap. Cool, there we go. So that's all 3 sets in. Now, I've heard doctrine that you're supposed to like space these at certain degrees, the gaps in the rings. They all move around when they're in engine anyway, so what difference does it make? But I'll just set these opposite, just for shits and giggles. Okay, we have nice clean gasket surfaces on there and on the piston cylinder there. What I'll have to do is I'll have to put the piston head into the cylinder. I'll have to put the seal on with RVT. Slide the piston head and cylinder down these pins. Engage the grub screw through here, the gudgeon pin, and then seat the whole thing home. That's the plan. The new piston comes with a handy little thing there, which is in. That means that has to go to the intake valve, which is the larger of the two. Nice and easy there. I'm assuming if you get it the wrong way around, you'll do some damage. So let's not do that, hey? Okay, set in there with the in valve being in the right place, the correct place. I'll just tap it in there. Tap, tap, tap it in. There we go. Did its job well. fucking da. This is a cheap little extender magnet thing. Came from like super cheap, Repco, whatever. Cost nothing. But they come in handy for very specific scenarios, like this. That's slotted in really well then. I'm getting more and more confident. I've got everything lined up. Camshaft to the timing mark. That's in the right spot for the hole there. It lines up with the entire line of the engine. And the cams are in the right spot. I think we're good. This didn't have any gasket that I could see, so what I'm going to do is just do a line of RTV around the whole thing. Get rid of any crap that's in there that I haven't already. Don't fill the oil channels. That little guy there is an oiling channel that goes into the cam there. And that was filled when I took it off, which would not be good for it. Let that set for a second and I'll work the head on. Now that I give the RTV a chance to set, I will knit these up and then secure the head bolts. Okay, it's basically about together. So oil it and whack it in. See what happens. Taking out is so much easier than putting it in. Hey! Awesome. So she sits in there pretty well. I'm just going to check the carby on with the petrol tank and see if she'll turn or if she'll run. May as well get that out of the way now before I put everything back on. Just test the engine, see if it goes. Yeah, hopefully it will. This is where doing the white dots comes in handy. See? Dot to dot. It's come full circle. I'm going to see if the starter motor turns over. Doing the old battery hack. Doesn't have the juice. It's trying, you can see it's trying. Yeah. Doesn't have the juice to do it. Bugger. Yeah, I'm not having that. Still on the battery out of my car. I'm not going to stop just there. So I'll hook that guy up and see how she goes. Oh, better than before. She's thin. Nice. Now, it probably doesn't have the best connectivity because it's bridged so often and it's very small connectors, but that's not bad. Turns over. Fuck yeah. Well, that's a win. So, time has passed. I left this overnight to charge up. Because I don't think it had enough juice to crank the engine over, which is the problem we're having. I'll chuck it on, see if it pops off. I'm also taking out the middleman and connecting the terminals straight to the bigger battery. Yeah, see how this sounds? Oh, that's a much healthier crank. Awesome. Here goes nothing. There we go. Woo! That's loud. Cool. Right, okay. So it appears I got the timing right. Oh wow, I don't know what to do. Fuck yes. Right, okay. Yeah, fucking hell. Oh, I'll change the angle so you can see me. Fuck. Biggest fucking smile on my face. Yes! Righto, I'll chuck some of the furniture back on, i.e. the carby and the petrol tank, and see if it runs for a bit longer. Maybe get the exhaust one too, that was a bit ear-shattering. As it turns out, I forgot, that the exhaust is pretty well eaten to nothing. So I'm going to do a lovely repair with a random piece of tubing I've had sitting around my shed for years, and it just so happens to fit like exactly the same diameter as this. Meant to be. So my incredibly bodged and no doubt leaky exhaust is in place. Absolutely seamless repair there, if I don't say so myself, which I do. Yeah, I put the petrol tank back on. There's no bolts, it literally just sits on there on some rubber grommets. So I'll chuck some fuel in it now and see if it stays alive for more than 2 seconds. Just a tickle. Oh, the hand choke. That sounds better. Oh! Ooh, she won't idle, but fuck yes, that's awesome. Well, it took a little bit, but she just sat here happily putting away. Bit of a leak from the makeshift exhaust fix, but not on the welds though, just on the power it connects to the other bit. Yeah. Yeah, transmission seems to work okay. I haven't changed gears yet, but it's stopping. And I'm pretty sure that means that the auto clutch is working fine. There you go. She runs and drives pretty well. Obviously I can't really get up to speed here. I've only got a small driveway. But yeah, pretty awesome. So I did do a few things that I'm probably just going to show in like a little clip thing, because you've already seen me take them off. I put them on the exact same way. Like the gear selector, the chain, sprocket, and pull starter. Or put them back on the way I took them off. The pull starter was broken. The little spring inside, the clock spring was broken. So I bent up a new end to that. So let's put that back in and wound it back up again. And it's pretty good. I think I'll leave this episode here. I've got to get this out onto the property. And I don't know how long it's going to be so I can do that. So I figured I'd finish this guy here, get this video out, and then later on I'll do an update and do a bit of a montage of me driving this through the bush. Yeah, looking forward to that. See you in part 6.